Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering draft video. It's Al here with you. This is how to draft MTG. We're doing a weird one today. Magic 30 mixed up Premier Draft. This is cards from all across Magic's history. Apparently, I don't know anything about this format. I just opened up MTG Arena and here it is. It sounds like it's Chaos Draft. So that'll be kind of interesting. Chaos Draft, which is just completely randomized booster packs, whatever cards are in there. It could be from any set. Mid-range decks tend to be good in those types of formats, but who knows? I don't know what to expect here. We're just gonna open up the packs and see what happens. As always, please click like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. It does help me a huge amount. See what we can do here. We'll keep in mind that it is best of one, so that tends to mean that more aggressive strategies are slightly better supported in general, and you're going to get better opening hands in general. So, maybe we'll end up rocking something aggressive. I really have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll see in a sec for pick one, pack one. And here we are. I'm not even going to know what a bunch of these cards do. Okay, so we can cast instant sorceries from the top of the library. That's kind of cool. 6 mana removal is not great. Aura build around's probably not great. You want cards that are really good by themselves in a format like this. Target player discards a card, deals 1 damage, not great. Random 3/2s, not good, not good. Vandal's fine. Blade Brand's not very good. Petitioners is not going to make it. This pack's pretty unexciting. So I guess it is seeded in the sense that there's a rare three uncommons and the rest are commons. There's common of each color, so that's worth noting. Is there a dual land in every pack? Maybe. Who the heck knows? You may look at the top card of your library anytime. I mean, blue spells is a theme in almost every set, so maybe this will be good. I don't even know if it's good in its home format, but the rest of these cards are pretty unexciting, so I think we'll just take it and see what happens. Okay, Fairy Duelist was fine if we want to take another blue card. Solhana Wayfinder. This doesn't put it in your hand, so not amazing. Sarkhan's Unsealing. You have expensive things, you get a benefit. Maybe, probably not. Night Squad Commando was decent. Ancestral Anger's pretty good with Precognition Field. Snooping Newsy was a card that was okay in its format. I think I like Night Squad Commando the most out of any of these. I guess, yeah, we could just grab a cantrip to go with our Precognition Field. I would kind of expect Anger to come back, though. So I guess it's between Wayfinder as like a fixing creature or Commando as just like good stats. I think I'm just going to take Commando. It's monocolored. It's good by itself. All you have to do is be attacking with stuff. It's got a theme that's somewhat well supported in its color. Making a bunch of stuff. So we've seen a land in, I think, every pack this far. Maybe not in the last one. Maybe somebody took it. Flame Discharge. X damage target creature. That's pretty good. Colossal Magistry, fine. Rester's Admonition I can get down with. That's a very solid one. Syncopate on the wheel, another Ancestral Anger, so we can clock those. Maybe they're going to come back to us. We've seen 2 of them. Growth Spiral, that card's banned. That's cool. I like Admonition here, I think. I think it's the most rawly powerful card in this pack. Yeah, some good stuff to come back to us potentially. Syncopate, Flame Discharge, Anger. Discharge probably doesn't make it all the way around, but Anger, Syncopate, even Scattered Thoughts isn't the worst, especially if we're going to be a Precognition deck, which would be kind of cool. All right, so we took the Admonition, another Syncopate for us here. So I suppose these seem to be only sets that were available in Arena, so we're not going to see any like super old school cards, which makes sense because they're not programmed into the program. So far we can play Gigantha, so I kind of want to take Gigantha because companions are really good. Another Syncopate, a Mutual Destruction, Synthesizer. There's some cards floating around here. Random mana fixing land here as well. I think Gigantha should have been taken before now. I don't think it's too hard to make this card work, so we're certainly going to try. All right. So, pick 5. I mean, I don't know how the heck you're supposed to read signals in a format like this. Blade Juggler is a pretty good one, though. If we can pressure enough, this was one of the best commons in its format. Clear the stage. -3, -3. Ooh, that's really good. Power 4 greater, get something back from your yard. That's really good. Duress, not so much. Gathering Throng, not so much. So we've seen 2 Ancestral Angers. We could take a Spell Eater Wolverine here and try to do the spells thing. I like that it's red and Gigantha's red, and we just picked up a spell. But I also like Blade Juggler with Night Squad Commando. Jeez. I'm going to take... that's tough. I'll take the Juggler just because it's better by itself. Because it's really hard to get super streamlined synergistic decks, I think, in this format, based on what we've seen so far. So this card is a 4-mana 4/4, which is totally reasonable. Random Cycling Crystal, 3-mana 3/2 that pumps something. Prying Eyes is not very efficient. Cool. So these cards are kind of bad. When this enters the battlefield, Ninja or Rogue, Human Rogue could get back the Blade Juggler. Marmoset. I don't think we're doing a cycling thing, although a 2/3 first strike is totally fine. I'm going to take this Kami, I guess. Gets back Blade Juggler. I don't know if that's good enough. Whisper Squad, another collect 'em all. They're not going to be great in this format. So pick 8, so pick 9. So we're going to see some wheels soon. I think pick 10 will be the first Ancestral Anger. Then we want to be kind of open to that. Containment Construct. Whenever you discard a card. So far we don't have anything that makes us discard. Big Score's not bad with Precognition Field. Yeah, it's staying. We should take it. I don't hate that. I also don't hate random 2-mana 2/1 though with upside. Ooh, a Gitu Chronicler. That's interesting. We're not seeing a ton of blue, but I mean, if those Syncopates come back, we're going to be pretty excited. We don't want to play Thought Collapse if we're going to try to play Gigantha. A couple of dual lands here. So it looks like the dual lands are not necessarily seeded into the packs. Okay, I like Gitu Chronicler here. Guess there's also Papercraft Decoy. It's just a value card. I think we can... Hopefully we'll do a little bit better with Gitu Chronicler. Okay, this is our first pack again. So the Black-Red Guildmage coming back. It's not a very strong one. Burning Tree Vandal is totally reasonable. This, choose one or both. Ooh. So can bounce 2 things. Bouncing 2 things seems pretty sick. I'm going to try to pick blue cards here just because we saw some stuff that could wheel. Okay, Anger is coming back. Fairy Duelist, Tolarian Scholar. I guess, are we just taking Anger here? We can go Anger into Spell Eater Wolverine and feel pretty excited about that, I guess. The only other reasonable choice here is Fairy Duelist, which is a good card. But, I mean, if we're seeing one Anger, we're definitely seeing another. Right? Right. And a Syncopate. Okay, well, if we're seeing one Syncopate, we're probably seeing another, right? Right? Let's go. Let's go. Hey, welcome to the team. All right. No Wolverine. That's all right. I guess we'll just take... That's a late Gathering Throng. Are we going to see any more of those? I guess I'll take it. Could take the other card, whatever that other creature was, the Voltaic Servant. Whisper Squad, last pick. Okay, so that was kind of cool. I mean, we've got the beginnings of a blue-red spells kind of deck, except that we didn't see that Wolverine. So I kind of wish we'd taken that over the Blade Juggler, but what are you going to do? Cavalier of Dawn is a very powerful card. Very powerful card. We are not set up to play this, and we really want to play Gigantha, so there you go. So I think the pick for us is Dragon's Fire, based on what we've got going on here. I'm trying to build around Precognition Field. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. But Dragon's Fire is a good card all by itself, so let's go for it. I'm not able to put cards on my sideboard. Okay, there we go. Blood Operative. Cool. Surveil. I remember that. Ooh, Lull Mage's Domination. This is a powerful card. And we can get it back with Gitu Chronicler. It means we can't play Gigantha, though. Which is a trade-off, a significant trade-off there. Unfriendly Fire, 5 mana, 4 damage, not great. Not a great rate. Stonework Pack Beast. It's just a curve play. I think I like Incendiary Oracle here. We need 2 drops. I'm still pretty committed to just playing this Gigantha. I think it's worth it. But Lull Mage Domination is obviously quite good. What else could we take? Not Chain to Memory. The old 1/1 lifelink bird there, though. That's pretty sweet. Not seeing much here for red and blue. Seeing a lot of white. If a creature left the battlefield, you get a 1/1. That's cool. Ashiok Skulker. That's a win condition. If we make it that far. Negate is probably not where we want to be. Reckless Airstrike. Likewise, Deadly Alliance. This was a good one. 5 mana kill something is always nice. Maybe we pick that up, try to splash it. We have a Blade Juggler we'd be interested in splashing as well. I think the Skulker's probably going to come back. Alright, a colorless rare. That's not a great one. Lightfoot Rogue. Gains Death Touch. +1/+0 Death Touch. Ooh. Unexplained Disappearance for the spells side of things. Hero of the Games. That's pretty good with Ancestral Anger. Assuming we end up with some more creatures. Evolving Wilds if we're going to try and splash anything. I think an Unexplained Disappearance is pretty cool here. Still hanging on to this blue idea, even though we're not necessarily seeing a ton of it. We are seeing some red, though. Rust Monster. Sacrifice an artifact. Can't do that. Some big red creatures. A Field Research. I like Field Research. Let's do that. So we just need some payoffs. We need a couple Tolarian Terrors. We'll be right there. Radical Idea is fine. Just stuff we can't really do anything with. Synchronized Spellcraft. 4 damage to target creature for 5 mana, instant speed. I'm more interested in Radical Idea. We're just going to hope the payoffs come, okay? We're going to hope the payoffs come. Protection from white. His attack says a 3/1. That's pretty good. Draw 3, discard 2 unless you discard an enchantment. I think we have very many of those. Target creature can't block. Creature with defender can't block. Alright, take Unchained Berserker. This will like occasionally just ruin somebody's day. Protection is pretty busted. Has +1/+1 if you have an artifact. We don't. Octo Prophet. Pretty bad card. 3 mana, 3/3 must attack. That's reasonable. Gains flying if you have a creature with flying, which I don't think we do yet. God, I don't like any of these. I guess, yeah, sure, we'll take a 3-drop. Alright, this is a spell's payoff. Fire Urchin. Love to see it. We passed this and took Dragon's Fire. That makes sense. Precise Strike. It's like a Frost Lynx. There's some good cards in that pack. There's even a Befuddle. Wow. Domination comes back. But also Unfriendly Fire. So, I mean, again, I just don't think we're going to play Domination because we want to play Gigantha. But boy. I mean, triple blue is also pretty tough. Looks like we're going to be pretty heavy red. We'll take a removal spell. We don't have very many of those yet. I'll take a negate, I guess. I think we're going to play it, though. Okay, good. A 2-drop we can play, or our Hero of the Games. The Ancestral Angers, that's pretty good. Alright, let's take the Hero. Some synergy there. Bone to Ash. That's probably pretty good. Creatures are kind of a big deal. So far we're not splashing Deadly Alliance. But we could if we see a bunch of lands and maybe some other reason to play black. But we've got some removal here. Unfriendly Fire. Dragon's Fire. Syncopate. Bone to Ash. There's a couple of bounce spells. We need more payoffs. We only have 8 creatures. Looking for Tolarian Terror. Or like Burning Prophet was a good one from back in the day. Yo, this is like playable in our deck. Okay. Cut. 4 shark creature. It's going to be hard to beat that. Hall Monitor is pretty good. We might wheel it. Immolation is not really what we want, but we might play it anyways. Seize the Spoils we could play. So Tiny, not really what we're looking for. Blinking Observer. This card was really good. Alright, well, we're going to cut. Pretty good rate. Can't beat it. Okay, Roaming Ghostlight. This was a good card. Bounce a thing. 3/2 flyer. Clockwork Servant. Are we like mono red enough to do that? Might be. 5 mana 4/3 with haste. That's pretty good. Random spell. Merchant of the Veil counts as a spell too. That's pretty cool. Fractal Summoning counts as a spell, but we can't. Oh, we can't play Ghostlight because of Gigantha. Rats. Well, maybe we're supposed to just take the Servant here. Or the Merchant. Because it counts as a spell? Or just play this Village Watch? I think the Village Watch is like the most powerful card there. But I'm not sure how much we're supposed to prioritize synergy over power in that moment. But anyways. Tough pick. Alright, Aerial Guide can jump other creatures. Yeah, sure. Seems like it's the only thing here for us. We could take Contaminated Aquifer to try to maybe splash Ribbons and or Deadly Alliance. We don't have a lot of creatures to jump with Aerial Guide. We don't have a lot of creatures in general, so I might regret that. What is this? Choose an artifact. Nope. Bookworm. That's a good one. Could splash it. 8 mana, though. It's a bit much. Vidalian Arcanist. That's on theme. It's not very good, though. Craven Hulk. Can attack by itself, can't block by itself. Still not bad, though. 4-mana, 4/4. That gets in there. Let's do that, and maybe we wheel the Arcanist. We're actually pretty good for 2s here. We could use another 1 or 2, but... Breakneck Berserker was a good card in its day. Dragon Whelp we can't do, because we have Gigantha. Didn't say please we can't do. Floodwaters we can't do. Winds of Rebuke. Return each non-land permanent... No, whoa. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Each player mills. We just don't have any, like, spells payoffs. So we're kind of floundering here. I think we're just taking this Berserker and maybe we're like... Oh, we can't play Bone Dash, so... Whatever. Whenever I took that, that was dumb. But it was like a last pick. Bounce 2 things or draw 3 cards. Could be cool. Enters the battlefield. Target creature gets -2/-0. That's also not bad. Introduction to Annihilation is not bad. On its face, even without a learn card. 5 mana kill anything is probably going to be useful, and it's a spell. I think I want it. We'll try to wheel that big blue spell. Strategic planning. Top 3. 1 in the hand, rest of the graveyard. Can't be blocked if you've drawn 2 or more cards. We're going to do that some amount of the time with these Ancestral Angers. Barge in. I don't know. I don't really like any of these. Sure, I'll take Strategic Planning. Stormrider Spirit. So, didn't quite get there on spells payoffs. Which is why you're not supposed to try to draft synergistic decks in this format. Seize the Spoils or Hall Monitor. Well, we already have big score, so I guess we'll do a Hall Monitor here. Not sure if it's really going to fit. Prickly Marmoset. I don't even know if we have... I think we had one maybe look at a card that can cycle that we actually wanted to pick. It was the Counterspell, but... Alright, here's a bunch of cards we actually want. Maybe... Clockwork Servant still here. Pixie Illusionist, Roaming Ghostlight. Alright, we'll take Clockwork Servant. I would take the Ghostlight, but we're trying to play Gigantha. Okay, so maybe that blue draw 3 comes back. So let's take a rare. I think we keep the cards, so that's kind of cool. Winds of Rebuke. Bounce. Sure. Okay, well, we can play Precognition Field for sure. We have 15 spells. There it is. That's better than the other card. Oh, Barge In came back too. Okay, so we got tons of spells. We just don't have a ton of great payoffs, but I mean, I suppose Precognition Field is a payoff, because it lets you draw cards for free. Gigantha is a payoff just by existing. Oh, we can't play Cut to Ribbons because of ribbons. Come on. Ah. That's disappointing. Yep. I should have known that. That's disappointing. Boo. Alright. So we have some cuts to make. I don't think we're going to splash, so we'll get rid of that. We can play 16 lands because we have some cantripping stuff. We got Radical Idea, Planning, Anger, all this kind of stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Barge In might be on the chopping block. And Winds of Rebuke might be on the chopping block as well. We don't care for the mill, but the bounce isn't bad. Oh, I'm so disappointed that we we took Cut to Ribbons. No. No, no, no. Okay, Marmoset doesn't fit. Servant's not going to work with an 8-8 split. Urchin's like our only payoff here, so we're going to keep that. We should have some... Oh, we do. This is direct damage. Okay, good, good. So we can get that back with Chronicler to maybe end some games that way. Shorekeeper. It's weird. We're not like that controlling, but this isn't terrible as like a 1 mana hold them off for a while and then maybe force them to use a combat trick, or one day we draw 3 cards. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure that we're aggressive enough for Hall Monitor. We do care about getting to the late game. So I think Shorekeeper makes sense. I think Hall Monitor can go. But perhaps that's not right. We do have some aggressive creatures here. We have some bounce. I mean, we could play a pretty good tempo game, maybe. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'll be right back with the final build. Okay, this is kind of hilarious, but I think I'm actually supposed to cut Precognition Field. It's pretty slow. 4 mana, doesn't do anything, and then like we might draw a couple cards off of it later in the game or whatever. But I think our deck actually is pretty tempo-y, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna cut Annihilation as well, and then probably Swirling Torrent, since Read the Tides is a similar card, but it's got the flexibility of the draw 3 if we end up in like some kind of a stalemate situation. We also cut the Stormrider Spirits. It's a bit clunky and slow. And I actually think we're just trying to beat down and tempo out our opponents a little bit. So we're going to try this. This should be pretty wacky and interesting. We'll see what happens. And welcome back. This hand's pretty bad. Thanks for joining us, as always. Please click like. Please click subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the draft, of the gameplay, of the format. Are you going to try it out yourself? What do you think? We're going to keep because I think decks are probably clunky enough in general that mulliganing's pretty bad. And we've always got Jegantha to spend mana on turn 3 and stuff like that. And I mean, if we need to play Chronicler as a 2-drop, we will. Maybe we'll draw a 2-drop. We got a few of them in the deck, so see what happens here. Okay, our opponent went to 6, small to 6, and we're going to play a land and pass. Opponent plays a land, passes right back. Hey, it's kind of like a 2-drop. And, yeah, we can Jegantha next turn. This is Triumph. 2 basic forest cards in hand. That's pretty sick. All right. Let's get Jegantha in hand. Jam for 1. So far, our opponent not playing spells. That's helpful. Okay, let's get in. Let's play a 4/4. Next turn, we'll play a 5/5. Okay, planes for the opponent here. I'm going to pass the turn with green, 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 white available. We're going to try to jam for 5, see what happens. Okay, so I mean, how scared of a Wrath should we be here? I think we still play Gigantha. We've got a draw 3 coming up. If we can find a land. But yeah, I mean, if they wrath us here, it's quite bad for us. 5/5 Baloth. Okay. Well, Bargin's got something to say about that. We could bounce it. I think we just want to barge. I guess we could Hall Monitor it. And we don't even need to cast Barge. Hit them for 9. And hold up Syncopate. I think I like that. One point shy there of lethal with Bargin. Wish strategic planning was an instant. That'd be good. Well, we can't syncopate that, sadly. But I think we're going to be okay. So we're going to take our Gigantha, I would assume. Yep. And okay. We'll take 5. There you go. And I wanted to cut Hall Monitor. Silly. Silly. Okay, we'll see you for the next game. We're back. We're on the play. Got Hall Monitor again. Don't have blue, but we've got a 3-drop if we can find a third land. So I think we'll keep. This hand is, yeah, a little scary, but we'll see. Really wish we had that Spell Eater Wolverine. It's too bad. I thought it was going to wheel, but... And, yeah, probably should have taken it, given what we had. But we didn't know that those Angers were going to come back and stuff like that, so... We had an inkling, but... Alright. Gonna need to draw a land off the top here. Doesn't need to be a blue land. Well, I guess that guy works too. Although this person is not playing white. Yet. Manolith. Okay, they could be. They could be. Getting in. Should have just been mono red. Charity Extractor. Okay, so Bargin does take care of that. And then we can Gigantha. We can also bounce it. I think we just want to barge in. Bargin, bargin. All right, opponent's at 10. Put Gigantha in her hand. It's 7 power on board. Unfriendly fire in hand, so actually if they don't have a creature here, we could kill them. They probably do. Alrighty, Bitterbow Sharp Shooters for the opponent. We could friendly fire it. We could bounce it. We could make it unable to block. And hold up Syncopate. I think that's my favorite play. Man, Hall Monitor is really rocking it for us. What a beast. Okay, opponent's got a 6/5. We're going to go ahead and syncopate. And that's going to be the game. We'll see you for the next. Hello, we are back. Opponent goes first. Our hand is pretty good, though. Fire Urchin on turn 2. So we're going to keep. We have a 6-drop, but maybe we'll get there. And we have a Barge in to help our Fire Urchin. And a Unexplained Disappearance. So if we don't find a land, our opponent's got Lutri going. That's pretty sick. Oh no, they got a counterspell here. If we don't find a land, we could use Unexplained Disappearance to try to make sure we draw one next turn. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, we did draw land. We don't have a creature, though. We have Gitu Chronicler. So I guess just put Gigantha in hand. Because we don't really want to use Chronicler. It's not a great attacker. We're not under any pressure. It's better to use this to buy back something later. But it's the first game where we're not on the front foot, so we'll see what happens. Opponent did not put Lutri in their hand. And we don't have a play this turn, so that's unfortunate. So I guess we'll play Chronicler. So opponent's probably got another counterspell. If they want to use that here, that's cool. Because 1/3 is not that good. Nice. Well, we're in trouble. We have a way to kill that, though, so let's see what we can do. That's a 4/4. Yep. Nasty. Okay. Taking 4. Hit another land. That's good for us. So I guess we're just hitting that with Disappearance and see what's on top. I do want to draw land, yeah. We've got Gigantha. And we've got Dragon's Fire to kill that wolf when it comes back. Opponent may not have a counterspell because they held up that mana to potentially just to flash in Wildborn Preserver. Okay, they're going to put Lutri in hand. Here's Battlefield. If you cast it, copy target instant or sorcery you control. Okay. Right, so they're not going to give us an opportunity to kill the Preserver. So, they obviously know we can cast Gigantha. Do we walk into a potential counterspell here? I feel like we do not. I think we just pass the turn. They're going to put Preserve in play, and now we can go ahead and fire that. See you later. Okay. And yeah, if we had an Urchin going, this would be a very different game with what our hand is right now. All right, so they've still got some potential mana up here. I think I like Frontline Rebel. They know we have Gigantha, so if they want to counter this, then they may, let us play Gigantha as a result. We have Barge in, so we might be able to get past that spider. Lutri. Is Lutri just going to come down as a 3/2? Oh, they're going to copy Case of Joy. That's pretty sick. Casual draw 4 there. Little opportunity, if you will. They're going to get to look at the top card of our library twice. So you best believe they're going to know what we have. They're going to be sure. Okay, well that was a good Lutri turn. And that was the end of our turn too. So yeah, I get to untap and do all sorts of stuff to us now. Pretty nice cohesive mana base here too for Chaos Draft. Very nice. Iron Apprentice, sure. Alright, field research. I would like to draw some lands. If we can get one more mana though, we can draw 3. And this does sort of seem like a game that's gonna be dictated by resources and card advantage rather than like tempo or anything like that. Rebel has to attack. So I suppose we're starting there. We might want to use Barge in. Just put Sporecap Spider in front. I think we're just fine with that. I think we get Jegantha in play. If it gets a Syncopate or something out of their hand, then when we try to cast Read the Tides and Field Research to draw 3, oof, that's rough though. Then it kind of guarantees that we're going to get to actually resolve these spells. Doesn't guarantee it, but makes it more likely. So I'm willing to offer up this 5/5 to have a better shot at resolving these draw 3s. But we're kind of under some pressure now, eh? Iron Apprentice is coming in. Yeah. Not loving our spot here. All right. 6th mana here. So yeah, let's try field research, I guess. I guess we have to attack with our rebels, so we'll do that first. Just putting the old spider in front of it. And we're taking 4, 8, 9 down to 4. Jeez. Killing the spider doesn't really change that. Just changes that to 8. So question is, like, do we cast field research for 3 cards or just for 2 cards, trying to hit a creature to play? Not really anything that can tangle with Lutri, but a 2-drop would most likely hold back the shaman. We have a few 3-drops as well. And then we've got Read the Tides as well as a draw. Draw 3. Okay, so I'm thinking we don't cast Barge in. We cast Field Research and try to hit a 2 or a 3-drop. Because if we go to 4, we're in big trouble. Admonition's not very good in this spot. But it does stop the shaman from attacking, so I suppose we'll go for it. Oh, I guess we could cast it as an instant, but then we don't get to draw the card. And we don't want to bounce Lutri, because that's just pure value for them. So yeah, I guess we'll bounce the Shaman. We'll try to anyways. We'll see. Maybe they've got counter spells happening here. Okay, admonition was successful. Village Watch, not great on D. Not great on D. Creatures are not very good on D in general. So we're taking 6, 7 here, down to 6. I guess actually they probably don't come in with the spider because they want to block the rebel. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Well, that's a good card. We're not doing horribly. Chetmir's Fixer. So this can get pretty big. They can pump it, what, 4 times? Yeah, that's pretty good. And this is a sorcery. Okay, well, we're attacking with the Rebel. We're at 7. If they get greedy and they put the Fixer in front of it, we could get some... We could get them, but yeah, they're not going to do that. Village Watch. Not much standing up to a 8/8 Fixer or whatever, so... I guess, should we have cast Barge in there? It just doesn't really do anything for us. Like, killing a 1/5 doesn't matter. We need to stabilize somehow. Our deck is not very good from playing from this this point. Okay, so Oracle, I guess, is going to chump Fixer. Oh boy, they got a Braid as well. Nice. Okay. Might be dead here. Yep. Nice pile. Wow. A lot of good ones. Some really nice removal spells. Essence Scatter. Good rare. Lutri. Good deck. All right. See you for the next. We go first. Love to see that. 2-drop. Couple 3s. Hand looks good. Just see if we can draw a land 3 on time. That'll be a big part of whether or not we can win this game. Opponent had a spell I could cast for 1 green. I'm not sure what that would be. I'm going to put Berserker into play. I think it's got a pretty good chance of attacking for 3, and it looks like it will. Okay, land would be real nice here. Wicked. Okay. All right. What does this do? Dark creature can't be blocked. If it's a vampire, it gains lifelink. That card was like sneaky, kind of good in its format. All right, we're hitting for 6. We're doing it. We got a bounce spell for this thing, although it's not a bounce. So we'll probably just play Aerial Guide, swing for 3. They're probably going to chump. No. Okay. All right. Ooh. What does this do? Each other creature you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. That's good. That is good. Probably just bounce it, right? And then if we draw a land, we get to play Oracle. And we do. How lucky. We get to attack with all. Give Berserker flying, right? Yeah. Okay, opponent's going to pack it in. Cool. On to the next. Okay, we are getting pretty lucky in the sense that we keep getting to go first, and we'll take it. Hand is good. It's pretty much a perfect starting hand as well. 2-drop, aggressive 2-drop, aggressive 3-drop. We have both colors of mana. We don't have any removal, but there's some right there. So There you go. Just hoping for a plains. Just want to see a plains. Nice. All right. Well, I like our chances here with our protection from white creature. Okay, Fire Urchin or Rebel? Rebel. I mean, they could very easily have a black removal spell here. I think we're going to spend our mana, play Rebel. It's interesting, though, because if we play Urchin and then next turn we want to find a land, we would want to play Strategic Planning. But just wasting the mana doesn't make any sense here. So we'll go with the Rebel. Okay, opponent's got a Spike Pit Trap flashing in, so they need 5 mana to activate. Esper colors here. Okay, opponent's got a 2/3. Which we don't have an answer for, other than the fact that we have a 3/3 in play. Don't really want to trade the Berserker for it, since we have an Arrow Guide coming down. Or we strategic plan to find a land for Fire Urchin. I think I just like adding Arrow Guide to the board. So that reactivates the Berserker as well. Potentially. If they have a flyer here or a removal spell. They do. Ooh, but we get a treasure. Which is cool, right? Is this a treasure? Oh, no. Oh, no. Different. Different card. Sorry. Minimus Containment I was thinking of. Okay. We have Winds of Rebuke to bounce. They're bound in gold or our Aerial Guide. So if we bounce their bound in gold, they take as much as 8 this turn. I think I would like to just get our mana situation figured out, so let's do that. Ammunition's pretty nice too. Yeah, we'll pick up a mountain here. So the closer we get to unfriendly fire as well, that's going to help us to finish them off. Pretty impressed with Frontline Rebel as well. Just raw stats is good. I mean, I guess that makes sense based on what I sort of was positing about this format to begin with. Okay, is Pit Trap coming for somebody? Pretty early for that. Hinterland Drake. Can't block artifact creatures. Goldbane pick. Okay, so we could bounce that. Could anger up the Fire Urchin. Potentially bounce the Drake. See what we draw, I guess, off this. Disappearance. That's pretty good, too. We're just looking for a land, really. Because if we get them for... Because we're going to attack with everything, because if we get them down to 4, we can kill them next turn. So there's also a world where we just bounce their bound in gold, but we don't have mana. Yeah, we'll put that in the yard. Right, so they are going to make the trade. And, yeah, hopefully we hit a land drop here. Even if we don't, we've got pretty good we got a pretty good situation. Because we just have a bounce spell on that. Novice Calls is good though. Okay. So a land here would be nice. Okay, no lands. So again, we could rebuke the Drake and swing. They block with the Cultist, they go to 2. And then we get to play Oracle. That's pretty good. That puts them in a pretty tough situation. They're just gonna let it go. Okay, well, I mean, they should have blocked the Rebel there, but yeah, I mean, pretty tough to come back. So, all right, see you for the next game. We're back. Sadly, we are on the draw, but we have a good hand, so happy to keep this one. 2-drop, 3-drop. Nice. Yeah, would like to have had that one for our deck. We got a Berserker, though. Ooh, okay, our opponent knows what's up here. And they seem to be playing a better version of the deck than us. So that's problematic. Okay, we're going to take 2 in the sky. And we're going to hope that Fire Urchin wants to trade for Unchained Berserker. Probably shouldn't have played our land there just to make the trade more appealing to our opponent, think that we don't have anything going on. Anyhow, pretty clear hero of the games here. And then Craven Hulk next turn. I mean, we just have some big boys out there. See if that's good enough. It's got a nice little clock going though here. All right, we have the answer. They could have a counter. See what happens if we attack. Nothing. Well, if we go for the Dragon's Fire, we're not going to want to cast like Chronicler as a 1/3. So I think we just jam the Craven Hulk. They have it. They have it. They did not. That's quite lucky. Binding Geist. When it attacks, a creature gets -2/-0. That's fine. Okay, now we can actually do stuff. Does this give trample? It does. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I guess we just Dragon's Fire the Geist. Swing for 7. Play Field Research. These all seem like good things to do. Start with Field Research, I guess. Bang, bang. I'm not too worried about the disturb cost on that. I think we're going to be pressuring them enough that they're not going to have a ton of time for that. I need to answer what we have on board here. 1 damage in the sky. 3/2 with a raid. That's really good. Okay. Yep. Yep, that works. Okay, so we could bounce that and hit them for 4. This feels like a good time to cast Ancestral Anger, though. And then we'll just play a couple more creatures. See what that does. Man, that's a nice card. Stormfleet Pyromancer. That could go in my Pauper Cube. No attacks. Alright, so we're in pretty good shape here, potentially. We've got a kicked Chronicler, which could get back Field Research, Dragon's Fire, Ancestral Anger. We could get back Anger and cast it right away. Feels like the move is just to bounce the Strix and just go for it. We've got a pump on Oracle. Assuming they've got some kind of interaction here. Or do they just have Witching Well to sacrifice? We'll see, I guess. I think I'm going to give it Oracle Flying since we can just pump it for the kill. And if they do have removal for it, at least they have to, like, chump the Craven Hulk. The only thing is that we will lose out on putting Giganta in hand, but we can also just hard cast it next turn. Okay. Well, we'll pump this again then. Put them to 1. And then, I mean, we've got some options. So we're going to have 8 mana. Alright. Ember Hauler, that's a thing. That is a thing. They're at 1. They're at 1. So Chronicler getting back Anger should do it. Because they can kill Oracle, but they can't do much against Trample. On Craven Hulk, unless they've got kind of instant speed bounce spell. Hard to imagine, though. Yep. All right. See you for the next. We are back. We're on the play. Reasonable hand here. We'll start with it. Giganta has not been a huge factor, aside from that first game. So I wonder if we could have played Boned Ash. I mean, we still could, I guess. And we could play Cut as well if we wanted to not play it, but I like the consistency that it offers, just always having something to do on turn 3 and turn 5 if we need it. It also helps us cast our 6-drop spell. Okay, opponent's got no play for turn 2. That's always nice. Let's see what we can do here. Get in for 1. Let's go. All right. Aerial Guide. It's probably going to eat a removal spell, I would expect. No. Okay. Now it will. Yeah, we don't have a great clock here if they kill our aerial guide, so hopefully they don't. They did. Alright, well, we'll just draw another creature, I guess. Why not? Rather be lucky than good. So what do we got going on? Not a ton. I guess if they just play something, we can bounce it. Try to hit land 5. If you control an artifact and enchantment, you may choose both. Cool. Okay. Well, boo. I guess we'll put Giganta in hand. This is why Giganta is in our deck. It's got a single black. They could do something with it. I wonder what it is. A cremate type effect or something? Yep. Create a decayed zombie, and it's got flashback. Okay. Ooh, that's a good card. What the heck is that? If it's kicked, it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter. For each basic, when it becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it and create 4 1/1s. Yeesh. So the spell becomes countered, so we'd want to use something like Winds of Rebuke to deal with that. They swung with their decayed zombie. Okay, well, we'll play a 5/5. Yeah, turning this into 4 1/1s is pretty rough. But if it dies in combat, that doesn't matter. It just dies. Okay. Lots of removal here. And we're in trouble. We are in trouble. In for 4. Land. Draw 3. Try to get out of this somehow. This is an instant, so we could disrupt this attack at some point, not take 4. Yeah, I think we're just going to draw 3 cards. Try to find some action here. Not really anything exciting. So, I mean, just removal and stats. It's all you need. If you're going to be jumping into this format, that's all you need. 4 mana, 4/4. Never been better. Although this card was excellent. Anyways, because it's colorless, it's sticky, it's good. Okay, they're going to make another Zombo. So we are going to make a Rebel next turn. I guess we just got to play to the board. We want to hold up Winds of Rebuke, I think, though, right? I suppose we can. We just don't get to cast Strategic Planning, but that's okay. Because a double block on this means that they won't want to attack with it. I think Hall Monitor gets in, right? Could theoretically be a part of a double block here, but if they're going to kill something, it'll be the Rebel, and then if we double block and pump the Oracle, then we just get wrecked. So I think I'm a fan of an attack here. Interesting. Opponent's going to kill their own construct to make 1/1s to eat Hall Monitor. That is cute. We could bounce the token that blocks it. if we really want to save it. I'm not sure that we care that much. They're just going to take the damage. Okay. So do they have, like... They must have some kind of mass pump spell. In which case, we need to be prepared to bounce a creature to not die here. Morcrit Behemoth coming down. Sacrificing the zombie. Okay. Well, we have a couple bounce spells for that. Gift of Fangs. To kill the Oracle. We could bounce it to our hand to save it. Or we can bounce their Behemoth. I think we need to bounce their Behemoth. So we're gonna let this happen. Because this Behemoth is gonna hurt. They're going to come in with these guys. Okay. Aggressive. Yeah, we'll let that happen. Chronicler can get back. Read the Tides. That's pretty good. Just got to be careful we just don't randomly die to these 1/1s. I guess Chronicler does help with that. Alright, so let's do that. We're gonna leave Hall Monitor back. If they do alpha us, we'll trade off because I don't want to die randomly to something. They are gonna alpha. Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. We're 2. That's scary. And they're gonna kill us with Kazul's Fury. Shoot. All right. Well, that was cool. I feel like we had that one all wrapped up if we survived another turn there. +4/+0 trample. That's cool. That's a nice little 1-2 punch. I guess the way to avoid that would have been to not play Chronicler and just hold up removal spells. But, I mean, it took exactly these 2 cards for them to pull that off. I think most of the time you just... I think every time you just play the Chronicler there. And try to get ahead, because otherwise we're just sitting there with a 1/1 that isn't going to really do anything. We're just taking a bunch of damage. And we don't want to actually spend removal spells on tokens if they don't have the tricks. So I stand by the play that we made there. But cool win for the opponent. That was pretty sweet. We'll see you for the next game. All right, we go first. This hand's a little weak. This hand's a little weak. I mean, of course, we do have Gigantha. We do have a 2-drop. We're sort of playing to the long game if we keep this. I feel like we should keep it. I think mulliganing is just pretty bad. If you've got a functional hand, you should just rock it. But we would prefer to be a bit more aggressive, especially on the play. Our opponent takes a mulligan, and we're off to the races. And I guess we'll be playing our Gitsu Chronicler. We don't want to just sit here and take damage, and we want to pay the Jagath tax next turn. And like if they have a 2-drop or whatever, they'll be able to start swinging in, and we won't have anything on board. So I think it makes sense to play that there. And I don't see a point in getting it for 1. They'll just gain it back, or they'll attack us back. So yeah, let's pass it. Breakneck Berserker. Feels like they don't have anything here. I'm going to try an Ancestral Anger. Four to the face. All right, next turn we've got Jagantha or Unfriendly Fire if we need to take down something. Ideally not that, but... Syndicate Messenger. I think we just cast Jagantha. I mean, pretty likely they've got removal here, but if they don't, we really run out of... We could really run away with the game. And, I mean, if they do, it's a 1-for-1. We have ways to deal with the messenger. We'll be fine. Okay. Nice. All right. Well, now we should be attacking because the minister is just pumping up the messenger anyways. So how does this work again? If a player casts no spells during their own turn, it becomes night. Okay. Unlikely for that to happen. Okay, no attacks. That's cool. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Just bounce 2 things and swing for 8. It's kind of cool. 8 down to 5, and then we've got Unfriendly Fire next turn. Might just finish them right off. I think I like that play. Draw a card and lose a life, you say? Well, that worked out okay. All right, we're going to the finals here. We're 6-2, so all or nothing, baby. See you then. We're back. We're on the play. We don't have a 2-drop. We do have a good 3. Again, I just think mulliganing is pretty bad, so we're not going to mulligan because our hand is functional, but it's not very good. Having a 2-drop is so nice. How lucky. Do I want to bounce that? I don't think so. Okay, well, that's too little too late. I guess we're going to play Hero of the Games. Might double spell next turn. Winds of Rebuke into Berserker potentially. Yeah, I kind of like that play. Or we play Disappearance and sort of look for the next land here. So our opponent's stumbling. Field Research is kind of a land. But next turn we're going to be wanting to bounce that creature again. I think if we just find lands, we'll get to draw cards later. Oh, are we getting countered? That would be good. Nice. Okay. Well, this isn't going to go as smoothly as we had hoped then. But at least we're still on the front foot. Opponent discards the hand size. Milled a couple lands. That's rough. Embalm. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's just Gigantha here. And then next turn we get like double Anger. Get both creatures trample and then +2/+0 or whatever. It's pretty strong. I guess Hero will die though. Bounce both their things, hit them for 8. It's another potential play here. We're in pretty good shape with them in the situation they're in. All right, well, I think we're gonna get there. Yeah. So unfortunately, kind of a non-game there. But we'll take the trophy. That feels good. So yeah, my advice, if you are thinking about checking out this format, just draft cheap removal spells, good removal spells, 4 mana or less, like 2 mana Dragon's Fire or something like that's really good. Bounce spells were really good for us because we were aggressive. Draft a good curve, lots of 2-drops, 3-drops. Stats are good. 4 mana 4/4 is really good, it seems. 3 mana 3/3 was really good for us. 2 mana 3/1 was really good for us. So just good statted creatures, removal spells, maybe a little bit of card draw. Kind of just the like quote unquote basics of limited, if you will. Hey, that was fun. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment with any questions and let me know what you thought. See you for the next video. Bye for now.